Unit 3, Programming the Bebop 2. Lesson 3.3, Programming the Bebop 2 to fly a 2-meter square using pitch and roll at 50 centimeters off the ground. Terms: pitch, movement up and down along the vertical axis from the front to the back of the drone. Roll, the rotation of the drone from nose to tail. Objective: understand how pitch and roll affect the movement of a quadcopter. In this lesson, we will be learning how to write code in order to program the Bebop 2 to fly a square pattern using pitch and roll. To start, open a terminal window and navigate to the examples directory. Here, we will write the program for the Bebop. Type nano space box1.py in the terminal window and press enter. This command will allow us to edit and write code for the program box1.py. We will refer to each line of code by a corresponding number. This will be helpful when errors occur. After typing each line of code, hit the enter key.
These lines tell Python where the source code is and what type of Bebop we are using. Line 3 through 6 will be as follows. This will tell the program to display connecting on your terminal window and to continue if it connects in 10 tries or less. If successful, it will display the word success in the terminal window. Once successful, it will then execute the rest of the code. Line 7 is as follows. In this line of code, we press the Tab key before writing the rest of the code. The reason for this is to ensure this code is dependent on whether we reach the success signal mentioned before. It will not run unless success is reached. So unless told, we will be hitting the Tab key before each line of code from here on out. Line 8 of the code will be the following. This is telling the program to communicate to the Bebop and to take off within 10 tries. Line 9 of the code will be the following. This is telling the program to what extent it should limit the tilt of the Bebop. This controls how fast the Bebop will move forward or backward. The tilt must be between 5, very slow, and 30, very fast, degrees. Line 10 of the code will be the following. This is telling the program the max speed of the Bebop when going up or down. The vertical speed must be between 0.5 and 2.5. Line 11 of the code will be the following. This is telling the program to set the Bebop max altitude to 2 meters. The altitude must be between 0.5 and 150 meters. Line 12 through 14 of the code will be the following. Line 12 will tell the program to display going down on your terminal window. Line 13 of the code will be what we use to control the movement of the Bebop. Each value we can change ranges from -100 to 100 and is a percentage of the maximum amount. For example, in this line, we have vertical movement set to -10. We previously set the max vertical speed to 1 meter per second. The negative sign tells us which direction it will go. The 10 represents the percentage of the max value set. Line 14 will perform a smart sleep, meaning it will hover in place for the amount programmed. In this instance, we set it to hover for 5 seconds. Line 15 through 17 of the code will be the following. These lines will program the Bebop to move forward by changing the value of the pitch in the line of code. Lines 18 through 20 will be as follows. These lines will program the Bebop to move to the right by changing the value of the roll in the line of code. Lines 21 through 26. These lines control the left and backwards movements to complete the box. These commands will be identical to the previous movement commands, except the values will be negative. Lines 27 and 28 will be as follows. These lines of code will initiate the landing sequence for the Bebop. Lines 29, 30, 31, and 32 will be as follows. These lines are used to shut down and disconnect the Bebop.
Once you have finished writing the last line of code, press Ctrl X. A prompt will appear asking if you wish to save. Simply press the letter Y to say yes. The next prompt will appear will be the file name. We already have named the file box1.py at the beginning of the lesson. Press Enter to save. At this point, we will return to our previous screen where we issue commands. Go ahead and list out the examples directory. Once listed, we can now see that our code is now listed with those previously found in the examples folder. Go ahead and test out your code by connecting your Bebop and running the code. Once you can successfully fly in a box pattern, you have completed lesson 3.3.